How's it going, everyone? My name is Coach Gingy, and in today's Rocket League lesson, we will be learning how to properly rotate around your teammates in 3v3s. Welcome to learning the proper 3v3 rotation. By the end of this workout, you'll be able to understand what the proper 3v3 rotation is, how to do it, and why it's important. If you've ever been in a 3s ranked game and got yourself stuck on defense for what felt like the entire game, chances are the opposing team knew how to properly rotate. Before we begin learning how to properly execute rotations in 3v3s, let's take some time to get our hands warm for today's activity. I want you to hop into free play for 15 minutes and drive around and hit the ball as powerfully, accurately, and frequently as possible. Try to calculate each of your touches to go exactly where you want the ball to go, and follow up your touches as quickly as possible. After you complete a 15-minute warm-up, play one casual 3v3 game. Now that our hands are warm, let's discuss what rotations are. A rotation describes the adjustments you and your teammates make to effectively play around one another. Typically, rotations are made in the pattern you would assume, a giant circle on repeat. The attacking positions in 3v3 are known as the following. First man, who is responsible for passing the ball mid or taking open net shots. Second man, which is your middleman, who is responsible for scoring the ball off of the passes or passing back to the first man or even handling short clears. And your third man, who is responsible for being the backline, stalling for teammates to rotate back, or preventing total loss of possession from enemy clears. Third man also cleans up after first man, so don't hang too far back. The way that you want to rotate is through a triangular position with your teammates. Let's take a look at an example of what proper attacking positions look like. You should never get too close to your teammates unless it's absolutely necessary. This may seem strange at first, but ball chasing is never the answer to scoring goals, as it is a team-based game mode. Now, let's discuss how to actually execute 3v3 rotations. Firstly, your position will constantly change. For example, you won't be third man the entire game. Like mentioned earlier, rotations should naturally take the shape of a circle. After a missed shot, typically your first man will rotate through to a second man position, your second man will become your third man, and then your third man will be pushing into that first man position. This is a continuous cycle that should be used the entirety of the offensive push. Now that we've gone through the nitty-gritty of what offensive rotations are and how to execute them, let's discuss some reasons as to why they're important. The main reason as to why rotations are crucial in 3v3 is because you and your team, if done properly, will cover a majority of the field. Spacing in Rocket League gives your team a major advantage as you have more room to work with when playing with the ball. For example, if our third man has full control over our defensive half of the field and supporting our first man, our second man takes up space in midfield on the enemy side, and we have a player on the ball threatening the enemy defense, the opposing team will naturally become boost starved and struggle to make quality touches on the ball. Likewise, this will force the enemy team to panic and simply throw the ball away to relieve pressure, giving you full possession yet again. Now that we understand all of the basics behind offensive 3v3 rotations, let's queue up some games to attempt rotating in a solo queue. For today's practice, we will stick to casual 3v3 as you will soon learn that it is extremely difficult to rotate with random teammates without any form of communication other than quick chat. My challenge for you is to keep track of your teammates for the entirety of the game and position yourself around them accordingly. If your teammates aren't familiar with how to rotate, don't get mad at them. However, try to determine the best position you can put yourself in with the given circumstances. I want you to attempt proper rotations in casual 3v3 for a minimum of 5 games. I hope this Rocket League lesson on 3v3 offensive rotations was beneficial for all of you. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to me on Discord at majesticgingy #7377. My name is Coach Gingy, and I'm looking forward to seeing you all again very soon. Peace out, everybody.